Hello, dear students. How are you all? I hope you all are fine and doing very well. So, today we are going to start chapter number 4, that is calculating with Microsoft Excel 2010. Okay, students. So, last time we have studied the Microsoft Excel 2010 features, and today we will study some more features regarding calculating data in Microsoft Excel. Okay, students. So, first point is formulas. So formula is an equation that performs a calculation. Like a calculator, Excel has execute formulas, that is add, subtract, multiply and divide. So formula is an equation that performs a calculation. Every time when we perform any calculations, we always need a formula, right? So there are formulas to add, to subtract, to minus, right? To divide any sum, any numbers in the Microsoft Excel. Okay, students. So one of the most useful features in Excel is its ability to calculate using a cell address to represent the value in a cell. Okay, so it has a most useful features, that is we can simply take the address of a cell, and with the addresses of the cell we can add the cells, or we can divide the cells, or we can do any operations on the cell, and this is called using a cell reference. What is it called? Using a cell reference. Okay, students. So here are some arithmetic operators and comparison operators. Okay, so what are the arithmetic operators? So plus, minus, multiply, divide and percentage are the arithmetic operators. So this plus sign is used to add numbers, minus sign is used to subtract numbers, multiply sign is used to multiply numbers, divide sign is used to divide numbers, percentage is used to calculate percentage. And similarly, comparison operators, equal to is used to get the answer for the formula, greater than is used to find out the number that is greater than the condition. Okay, lesser than is used to find out the number that is lesser than the condition. Okay, greater than equal to is used to find out the number that is greater than or equal to the condition. It is used to, and lesser than equal to is used to find out the number that is lesser than or equal to the calculation. Or this sign, equal to and greater than, lesser than, it is used to find out the number that is not equal to the calculation. Okay, students. Now creating a formula. Here we will learn to create a formula. We can type a formula into any cell of our worksheet. A formula helps us to calculate and analyze the data in our worksheet. Okay, all formulas begin with the equal to sign. Okay, students. So following are the steps given to create a formula. So what is the step number 1? I have to click the cell where we want to enter the formula. Okay, now type equal to sign to begin the formula. Okay, students. Now we have to type the equal to sign. The Excel displays the formula in the formula bar in the active cell. Okay, we will do here. Step number 3 is click on the cell. We want to reference the formula. Okay. Excel inserts the cell reference to the formula. Type an operator plus to the formula. Click on the next to cell reference to the formula. Okay. The Excel cell inserts the cell into reference to the formula. Okay, repeat step number 4 and 5 to enter all the data in the formula. Okay, students. Now here we will learn to enter the formula. Okay, so first what we have to do, we have to put an equal to sign. Here we have put the equal to sign, right, students? Now next what we have to do, we have to add a number where we want to, suppose I have clicked on the number 10, marks number 10 of English of the student Zen. Okay, so here here we get the column number, that is B3. Okay, now what I want to do with this column, I want to add the column B3, C3 and D3. Okay, so what will I do? I will add the operator. I will put here the operator addition. Okay, okay, students. Now I can see here I have I have given the operation, that is plus. Next again I will click the another column, that is 8. Okay, then again I will click plus option. Okay, students. So students, you can see here I have performed an arithmetic operation to add these numbers. So simply I have first put an equal to sign. Suppose again I will show you here that I have to put equal to sign. Okay, then I will click on the columns that I want to add. So I have clicked on the column B3. Then I will click on the plus sign again. I will click on the next column, that is C3, C4. Okay, students. Now again next I will put here the arithmetic operator, that is to add. Next I will do to click on the D5. Okay, D4. Okay, after clicking on the D4, so here I can see that I got my answers. Okay, students, so similar operation we can perform on the 5th row and 6th row. Okay, next, repeat the steps 4 and 5 to enter all the data in the formula. Excel cell inserts the cell reference into the formula. Step 7, press the enter key to get the formula. Okay, the formula results appear in the cell. To view the formula, simply click the cell. The formula bar displays any formula assigned to the given active cell. Okay, students, so always whenever we put any formula in our Excel sheet, we can see that the formula bar will always display the formula. Okay, students, next what we will do, entering a formula. Now we will learn to enter the formula. We can enter the whole formula into any cell in our worksheet. Okay, a formula helps us to calculate and analyze the data in our worksheet. A formula क्या करता है, हमारे data को calculate और analyze करने में help करता है. So following are the steps given to enter the formula. So now here we will learn to enter the formula. So we have to click on the cell where we want to enter the formula. Type an equal to sign to begin the formula. Type the formula and press the enter key. Okay, here we will simply type the formula. The result of the calculation appear in the cell. Okay, I will show you here that I want to put in formula here. So I will click on the equal to sign. Then what I want to do here that I want to add the column that is B5, C5 and D5. So simply I will put here the formula. Okay, so I will write here B5 plus C5 plus D5. Okay, so here I have given the formula and you can see that students in the formula bar, the formula has been displayed. Okay, so after putting a formula, I will click on the enter key. When I click the enter key, the automatically I have got the answer. Okay, students, so this is how you can write the formula by your own and get your answers. Okay, students. Next, we will learn to edit a formula. So if you want to edit a formula, then how can you do that? If we are getting the wrong answer in the cell after applying the formula, then we can edit the formula to make it right. We can edit the formula anytime by using these steps. Following are the steps given to edit a formula. So double click the cell containing the formula to change. Okay. Suppose your answer is wrong after giving it the formula. So you can change the formula. Okay, students, how can you do that? So first of all, you have to do the double click. The formula appears in the cell. The Excel outlines each cell using the formula with a different color. भी सेल में आपका फॉर्मूला लिखा होगा वह उस कॉलम को एक्सेल डिफरेंट कलर से हाईलाइट करता है. प्रेस द एरो की टू मूव द फ्लैशिंग इंसर्शन पॉइंट वेयर वी वांट टू remove or add characters. Okay, so you can remove or add characters. To add the data where the insertion point flashes on our screen, type the data. When we finish making changes to the formula, press the enter key. Suppose now I want to change the formula, right? I want to edit my formula. So what will I do? I will double click on the cell. Now you can see that the formula has been displayed here. Suppose I want to subtract the D3. So what will I do here? I will simply click the minus sign. Okay, now you can see that my answer has now changed. Okay, students, so simply you can also edit your formula if you want to add it. Copying the formula, then how you can copy a formula, that is very important. After we have entered the formula in one cell, we can copy it in the other cells also. There is no need to type the formula again in the other cells. अभी हम क्या कर रहे हैं, हमें फर्स्ट रो में भी फॉर्मूला डालना पड़ता है, सेकंड में भी डालना पड़ रहा है, थर्ड में भी डालना पड़ रहा है, राइट. लेकिन वी कैन कॉपी आवर फॉर्मूला. अगर हम सेम फॉर्मूला पूरे ही डेटा में यूज करें तो हम बहुत सारी रोज में अलग अलग फॉर्मूला ना डालकर सिंपली हम उस फॉर्मूला को कॉपी कर सकते हैं. कैसे कर सकते हैं? ओपन द वर्कशीट, एंटर द फॉर्मूला इन द सेल, राइट. नाउ क्लिक ऑन द सेल containing the formula. Okay, take the mouse pointer to the bottom to the right corner of the cell. The mouse pointer changes to the plus sign. Okay, now drag the mouse with the plus sign to copy the formula into the other cells. Okay, now result will appear, the cells will be copied. Okay, here I will show you the data. Suppose I want to copy this formula to my complete row. Okay, so what will I do? I will copy this formula. Okay, and drag. So you can see that I have copied my formula and I got the answers like this. Okay, after dragging my mouse pointer to the other rows also. Okay, students, now I don't need to write my formulas again and again. Now perform common calculations. If you want to perform common calculations, then how can you do that? Common calculation can be performed in a worksheet quickly. Following are the steps given to find the sum of the list of numbers. So step 1 is click on the cell to which we want to enter the function. Okay, we will select the cell. Okay, students, click on the home tab. Click on the down arrow of the functions. A drop down list of some common functions will appear. Okay students, so we will go to the home tab, and after that click on the down arrow of functions. The drop down list of some common functions will appear. Click on the function we want to use. Okay students, now a moving outline will appear around the cell, will be included into the calculation. Okay students, now press the enter key. The result will appear in the cell. Let me show you here that this is the calculation I have done. Now I want to do the addition of all these four numbers, total, all these four total into the final box, right? So I will select this box, then I will go to the home tab. After going to the home tab, I will go to the formula bar, that is functions bar, and here I can see that different functions are performed. Suppose I want to do the sum, so I will click on the sum and click on the OK sign, right? So I want to do the calculations of these numbers, right students? So I will click on the OK button. After, you can see that here I got the calculations of all these four numbers by going to the function bar. Okay students, now you will learn to quickly display sum and average. Okay students, we can also find the sum and average of certain numbers quickly. How can we do that? Following are the steps given to quickly add the numbers. So first of all, you have to open the worksheet, select the cells whose sum we want to calculate. Okay, I will select the cells. Now sum and average of the numbers of the cells will appear in the right side of the status bar. So this is my Excel sheet and I want the sum and the average of my total. Okay, suppose so you can see here students, I have clicked on the average and now I will got the average of my marks, that is 9. Okay students, if I want the sum of these numbers, then how can you do that? Again I will click on the function, okay, and I want the sum of these numbers. Okay, so what will I do? I will select these columns one by one. Okay students, now I will click on the function. Okay, then I will click on the sum. After clicking on OK, you can see here that I got the sum of these numbers. So similarly, you can also perform the same functions in your Excel sheet to calculate the average or the sum of your numbers. Okay students, next we will learn about the functions. So what are the functions? A function is a predefined formula that performs calculation using specific values in the particular order. So one of the key benefits of the function is that they can save our time since we do not have to write formula ourselves. Okay, so function already has a predefined formula. We don't have to write the formulas again and again in our Excel sheet to calculate or to do any calculation. Okay students, Excel has hundreds of different functions to assist with our calculations. In order to use these functions correctly, we need to understand different parts of a function and how to create arguments in the functions to calculate the values and the cell references. Okay, so these are the parts of the function. What are the parts of the function? In order to, the order in which we insert a function is important. हमेशा order जरूरी है जिस भी order में आप function लिख रहे हैं. Okay, each function has a specific order that is called syntax. हर एक function का एक specific order होता है जिसे हम क्या कहते हैं? Syntax. What we call it? Syntax, which must be followed for the function to work correctly, right? The basic syntax is to create a formula with the function is to insert a equal to sign. First, always you have to insert the equal to sign, a function name. आपको कौन सा function perform करना है? Sum करना है, subtract करना है या फिर average करना है, तो उसके बाद आपको function name लिखना होगा. Okay, for example is the function name for addition and an argument. फिर आपको यहाँ पे argument लिखना है. Argument means that contains the information which we want the formula to calculate, such as the range of the cell reference. ये range of the cell reference लिखेगा कि B3 से B12 तक मुझे sum चाहिए. ठीक है, तो यहाँ हम cell references लिखेंगे, right, argument में. So, okay students, now working with arguments. Now we will learn to work with arguments. So arguments must be enclosed with parentheses. Okay, individual values or cell references inside the parentheses are separated by either colons or commas. Okay, colons देखो यहाँ पर colon है और ये parentheses के अंदर inserted है, तो हमेशा this is the process to insert any argument. Colons create a reference to a range of cells. अब column क्यों create होता है? range set करने के लिए कि जैसे कि E19 से E23 तक आपको calculation करनी है. For example, average of E19 colon E23 would calculate the average of the cell range E19 through E23. Okay students, commas separate individual values, cell references and cell ranges in the parentheses. If there is more than one argument, we must separate each argument by commas. अगर एक से ज़्यादा argument है तो हमें क्या करना है कि column से हम वो सेपरेट कर सकते हैं आर्ग्यूमेंट. सपोज वी वांट टू डू द कैलकुलेशन ऑफ काउंट from the column 6 to 14, 19 to 23 and 28. Okay, we'll count all the cells in the three arguments that were included in the parenthesis. अभी count कर लेगा इन सभी के cells. Okay, now entering a function. Now we will learn to enter the function. Following are the steps given to enter a function. So first of all you have to open a worksheet, click on the cell where we want to enter the function. Okay, now click on the insert function button near the formula bar. Okay, insert function dialog box will appear. Click on the down arrow to select the category. You have to select here the category. A drop down list of available functions will appear. Click on the function category we want to use. Okay, now click on the function we want to use to select a function. Okay, here we will click on the function, click on OK. Okay students, after clicking on OK, the function arguments dialog box will appear. This is the function arguments dialog box. Click on the first box to enter the first number. Now you have to enter the first number. Click on the cell to enter the first number. The cell reference will appear in the text box of number 1. Okay students, click on the second box to enter the first number. Okay, now click on the cell to enter the second number. The cell reference will appear to the text box to number 2. Repeat the steps 10 and 11 to enter the value of the other cells. So click on OK. Now clicking on OK, the result of the function will appear in the cell. Okay students, now here we will learn to enter the arguments. Okay, so this is my Excel sheet. Now suppose here only I have to create an argument. So first of all I will select this cell. After selecting the cell, I will click on the function box. Here I will select the function I want to use. Okay, here I will click on the sum, that is okay, right? The number 1 cell will be B3 to D3. Okay, so here it will give me the answers of the cells from B3 to D3, and number 2 I can write here B4 to B4 and D3. Okay, wait a minute students. So I will click on the function button. I will select here the function. Okay, after selecting the function, you can see that the number 1 argument has already mentioned here. Now I can do the number 2 argument, that is B4 colon to D4. Okay, now number 3 will be B5 colon D5. Okay students, so after clicking on the OK button, I will get the calculations of all the 3 numbers, all the 3 rows in a single row. Okay students, so here we can calculate the data of all the 3. Now I want the data of just these 3 numbers. Okay, so what will I do? I will again select the function, that is sum. Okay, so my number 1 argument will be this. After clicking on OK, I get here the answer. Again I will click on the function button. Okay, so after selecting the function, this function's argument box will appear. Now I will click here OK. Okay, next I can again select a function and click on the OK button. The function's argument box will appear. Then I will click on the OK. Right students, so here I get the answers of these questions. Okay, next the result of the function will appear in the cell, right? Now we will learn here students to create a basic function in Excel. To create a basic function in Excel, how will you create a basic function in the Excel? So following are the steps given to create a basic function. So step number 1 is select the cell where the answer will appear. So your cell is F15. Okay, for example, now type the equal to sign and enter the function name. Enter the function name sum, for example. Okay, so enter the cells for the argument inside the parenthesis. Okay students, now press the enter key and result will appear. Okay, here we will learn to enter these basic function. I will tell you that suppose I want my answer here, so I have selected the cell, so I will write here equal to sign. After equal to sign, I want to perform here function, that is sum, so I will write here sum. Okay, now I will write here the column name, that is B6. Okay, colon, अब मुझे आंसर चाहिए D6 तक. ओके, सो आई विल राइट हियर D6. नाउ ब्रैकेट क्लोज, So you can see that I got my answer here. Okay, students, this is how you can also write the basic functions in your cell, okay, to get your answer. So next we will learn about the backup menu. That is the most important point of this chapter. Okay, students. So formulas will begin with the equal to sign and contains mathematical operations. We can type formula in any cell of the worksheet. If we are getting the wrong answer in the cell after applying the formula, then we can edit the formula to make it right. After we have entered the formula in one cell, we can copy it to other cells also. Function is a built-in formula that can be directly used on the data to perform calculations. There are various types of functions like mathematical, statistical, text, financial, lookup, and reference, logical, date and time, etc. So there are various functions we can perform on our data. Okay, students. So this is how we have learned this chapter and done the practical in this class. Okay, students. So we will meet in the next video with a new chapter. Till then, keep revising, keep learning. Okay, students. Thank you. All the best.